Hello Pokemon trainers, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Battle Stadium singles video here on iStarly TV. This is part of my Road to Master series where I try to climb the online ranked Battle Stadium singles ladder. And today we have a brand new team and this is my first video of this new month, I believe, so I believe the season has probably reset. Meaning that we are probably back in Great Ball. I think, I can't remember the last time. It's been such a blur. Obviously last week was Thanksgiving in America. So I basically had took the week off. I didn't post anything last week, I don't think. I wanted to, but I was just busy. So either way, we have a new team here that I've been playing a lot on Showdown that I really like. Now, it is using Meowscarada, and the cool thing is it is using two of the Paldean starters, both of which are shiny. I did recently breed for this shiny Meowscarada, and so I got it, which is awesome. We're not playing Quaquaval on this team, but Quaquaval is actually pretty good. I actually want to build around it. But anyways, maybe I'll shiny hunt for that one soon. But the team is actually focused around Staraptor, which, of course, if you've watched my channel for a while, you're probably aware that I really like Staraptor, and I think it's a real powerhouse of a Pokemon. And that is one of the reasons why I like it, is because it hits really, really hard, and sometimes people just don't expect it. So the plan for this team is very similar to the Whimsicott team that I did with Staraptor. I think it was at the very beginning of this rule set, of this regulation, where we had Whimsicott with Tailwind and Eject Button. And Whimsicott would basically go for a move, you know, right off the bat with Prankster, and then when the enemy hit Whimsicott, it would automatically switch it into Staraptor, so that the move that Whimsicott would go for, importantly, was Tailwind. So it would go for Tailwind, the enemy would hit Whimsicott, it would automatically switch out because of the eject button, and then I would go into Staraptor and I would have double speed because of the Tailwind. And very few Pokemon can take a choice-banded Reckless Brave Bird, especially if I can Terrastalize from Staraptor. So that's kind of the game plan, that's the main game plan. So I kind of reshaped that team and made it more offensive here with a more offensive setup Pokemon in the form of Salamence. I was looking through the Pokemon that get Tailwind, and Salamence stood out to me because it's decently fast. It's not super fast. There are a lot of Pokemon that are faster than it, but it's more tanky, and it has Intimidate, which can be super useful, and it also hits really hard. So in certain situations, maybe if we're faster than the enemy, you know, we can get off a lot of damage on them sometimes as well. So it's been working decently well for me, and I really like Salamence as a Pokemon as well, so that, you know, that adds a reason to using it. The rest of the Pokemon are pretty much there to kind of give me a backup game plan just in case the Staraptor game plan doesn't work. We've got the Meowscarada that I was talking about. Just a great Pokemon. It's a great lead and also a great counter lead to a lot of the meta, so, you know, not too much explanation needed. It's a very powerful Pokemon. Then we've got Magnezone with Magnet Pull. I originally had this with Assault Vest, but I quickly decided to switch it to Choice Specs just to hit really, really hard. Magnet Pull is an interesting ability because it can, you know, trap Pokemon like Corviknight, who would give Staraptor a lot of trouble. The downside, or something that I've thought about, is considering going Terra Fighting instead of Terra Water, which would help me against Archaludon. Otherwise, I don't have a good matchup against Archaludon, unless they're like not Assault Vest, and maybe I can do some decent damage with Thunderbolt, or even Flash Cannon, but Assault Vest Archaludon is going to be a problem. And then speaking of Archaludon, I do have one on my team. This is my Stealth Rock set with Sturdy. We've also got White Herb with Draco Meteor, so we can fire off 2 Draco Meteors at full power. And then finally, we've got Skeledirge, which is just a good tank, a good all-around, like, switch in against certain Pokemon, and with Terra Normal, it can wall pretty much most physical attackers in the game. So, there is the team. Let's see how it does. I'm excited to try it out. Of course, we've got the team code right up there if you want to try it out for yourself. If you do, also let me know in the comments how it does for you. I'm always interested in hearing when people use my teams. So let's go to those games. We have our first game of the season, and cool team my opponent has. So they've got a lot of really cool Pokemon that are, you know, individually pretty awesome. I guess the question we always want to ask here is, do we want to go with Salamence into Staraptor? That doesn't seem like a bad choice. I actually don't mind that so much. I will say that I have EVs into Salamence such that I think I was like looking to outspeed like Mimikyu. The problem with those EVs is that I do not outspeed Hydreigon, so if they lead with Hydreigon, that can be really scary. But all the other Pokemon they have, I actually don't mind that matchup for Salamence. The other thing is Meowscarada also looks pretty strong here, although I don't like it into the Scizor. But Staraptor is very good here. I guess Goldango could be a problem, but I think we're just going to try to go for it here, honestly. And Goldango's a problem. Dragonite could be a problem. So, as far as answering those, I guess Arch. We could also bring Meow. Meowscarada is a pretty good all-around Pokemon. The problem with bringing these three Pokemon is my team is like super offensive, but I think that can be fine. There's some argument to bringing Skeledirge, but Skeledirge might struggle against Primarina and Goldango. If I Terrastalize, then it does not struggle against Goldango, but, well, it still could. I don't know if I've posted a video since I changed my trainer card, but I did change my trainer card. Favorite Pokemon, Mew. Well, it used to be my favorite for a long time. Now Smeargle is, but Mew is still up there. And I, of course, did that little homage to, you know, Gen 1, where the rumor was that you could find Mew under the truck, which was false. Anyways, they lead with Cinderace. I am tempted to go Outrage. Of course, they do have, well, they have two Steel types, and they have a Fairy type. I think I'll just Tailwind right off the bat. I should live a hit. Well, actually, this is actually dumb on my part. Of course, Cinderace is faster, so they're just going to get my eject button right off the bat. I think, the funny thing is, I think with U-turn and eject button, I think since I'm forced to switch out, they actually are forced to stay in. So that's an interesting little detail, I guess. So they wanted to switch out there because of the Intimidate, but now they're kind of forced to stay in, like I said. And that's pretty good for me. Meowscarada is faster than Cinderace. Of course, they could have Focus Sash themselves. I think I'm just going to go Knockoff here. I don't think I lose anything for that. They go U-turn again, which is actually really bad for me because that is 4 times super effective. So that is absolutely going to take me down to that Sash. It does reveal that they are Choice Scarf, though. So that gives me some information, which I probably could have deduced that if I wasn't talking so much, if I was doing a little bit more thinking. This is not good for me. That information confirming that they're Choice Scarf is useful, but I think having a healthy Meowscarada is more useful. So either way, we're going to get off this knockoff on whatever they go into. Primarina would be... Well, Primarina probably has Aqua Jet, so yeah, they go right into Primarina. And we are not in a great position here. They're going to knock off their item. I guess I can just go into Salamence. At the same time, at this point, it does look like Meowscarada might be in a rough spot. Like, they could have Dragonite with Extreme Speed, they could have Scizor with Bullet Punch. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much dead here. I'm just going to go for Flower Trick just in case. But maybe they don't have Aqua Jet, maybe they're just going to go like Terra Fire or something right here, which would also be rough for me, but we're just going to see how this plays out. This does lead me to want to... Oh, wow. They don't Terra, and they don't have Aqua Jet. Or at least they don't use it. That doesn't do as much damage as I would have wanted, though. But they're just going to go Flip Turn, which is just fine by me. If they go back into Salamence... Or, I'm sorry, Cinderace, I can go into Salamence and get that Intimidate again. I don't have the Eject button anymore, though, so setting up for Staraptor is not going to be quite as easy. They do go Cinderace. Interesting. Cinderace doesn't have very many moves that can hit Salamence really well, unless it goes Terra, which I wouldn't mind. So, of course, we could go Tailwind here. Is it worth it, too? It could be. I feel like I'm probably going to live a hit from them, which means I could go Tailwind, and then the next turn I can outspeed them. They could have Sucker Punch, but I guess they would have to lock themselves into Sucker Punch at that point. Scizor is a problem, though, because if they go into Scizor, we don't really have too many moves that are great for that. I'm just going to go Tailwind, just kind of see what they do. Oh, they just go U-turn again. Okay. That's fine by me. I mean, this works out really well because, of course, we are just going to get off this Tailwind. So whatever they go into, we can get priority in choosing our move. Not priority like we're going to go first, but priority in that, like, it gives us that ability to choose our move. I guess we should be faster than whatever they go into also. Of course, we know about the Primarina now. I'm not afraid of that anymore because it's significantly weakened from Meowscarada. I will say, though, this game is not going amazingly, but it's also not going the worst. Like, we're still in it. We're still in it. We'll see how it plays out. They're thinking... What would I... Okay, it's Primarina. That is fine. I think I'm just gonna go Wing Beat. Of course, the problem with dual Wing Beat is we have the chance to miss. Let's see. So this would be about 120. So this would do more damage than Earthquake. I'm gonna go for it. If we miss, I think the game is over. Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah, there we go. Get a knockout. Again, Cinderace, we know it has U-turn. We know it probably has Pyro Ball. It probably has High Jump Kick. And then from there, so all of those moves are resisted by Salamence. So my point is, if they go into Cinderace here, well, I guess at the same time, I forgot, I got up this Tailwind, so if they go into Cinderace, I should be faster, even though they have Scarf. They go Hydreigon, okay. This is a moment of decision. If they go Terra Steel, we are going to be in some trouble here. Oh man, if they go Terra Steel, we can't touch them. I'm just going to hit Outrage, honestly. They're probably going to Terra, yeah, they do. But what else can we do at this point, honestly? I think, honestly, this probably sets us up for a potential loss. But with that, yeah, they do have Terra Steel. With that in mind, there's really not much else we could have done. We're going to go Outrage. I hope they kill us. If they just go Nasty Plot, this is a worst case scenario. Okay, I hope it kills us. Oh, it doesn't. I was hoping to get killed there because it means that we would be able to go into Staraptor with the Tailwind still up. We might still, but basically if we go into Staraptor and Tailwind falters or whatever, we're dead. But I think we're dead anyway because, yeah, the Tailwind's gone. Oh man, we can't go close. Well, what are our hopes here? If we kill them, I think we kill them at that range. I guess there's a chance we're faster than them, but I doubt it. We might live a hit from them, but then they just go into Cinderace. Quick Attack wouldn't kill Hydreigon right now. Like, my hope is that Cinderace misses, because Pyro Ball and High Jump Kick both have a chance to miss. I guess it'll depend on what their last move is. I'll just Terra, go Brave Bird. They're probably faster, and we might even just die to whatever move they go for. If we happen to survive, though, I mean, we might just die to the Brave Bird recoil. At least we get to show off our Staraptor, though. If by some miracle we're faster, or we handily survive, yeah, this is gonna... We do survive it. Oh! Alright, I guess we'll never know. Okay. There was a chance we could win. Like I said, U-turn would not do any damage to us, so they wouldn't go U-turn. It would depend on what their fourth... I mean, whatever their fourth move is, I feel like they just go for that, unless it's Terra Blast. For Cinderace, I mean. In which case, we might have been able to win that fight, honestly, because, like I said, well, there was a small chance, right? High Jump Kick has, what, like a 10% chance to miss or something, and Pyro Ball has a 10% chance, so I think at that point we had like a 10% chance to win this whole battle. But, yeah, unfortunately we got flinched there, so who's gonna know? It was extremely likely that my opponent won, though. Yeah, the dominoes started to fall once we... Well... When we had Salamence in play, we knew they were going to Terra, but we just didn't have a move to hit them. So that's the big problem. Like, there was just nothing we could do at that point. Maybe I could have switched into Staraptor. Ooh, that would have been an interesting situation. Actually, there was a line, I think, to more likely win that game for me. I think... I mean, it is hindsight, though, because I didn't know for sure that they were going to go Dark Pulse with Hydreigon, because... If I had switched from Salamence into Staraptor, when the turn that they Terra, then they hit me with Dark Pulse and we survive. Although I think Tailwind ends, so never mind. Because I was going to say, if Tailwind was still going, we could go close combat and kill them. And then when they go into Cinderace, we go back into Salamence, get the Intimidate, and then probably win at that point. But if the Tailwind does run out that turn I switch into Staraptor, then it doesn't matter. We lose anyway. But it's good to think back. You know, this is a team where it is a little bit more all in on this one strategy, kind of like a lot of the teams that I've been building. So of course you you really have to think ahead and like weigh all your options, and you got to play safe sometimes. But I mean, the funny thing is this team is all about not playing safe. It's all about just clicking Brave Bird and destroying things, but it's fun. Let's go to game 2. Here's a game 2. Pretty strong team on my opponent's part, unsurprisingly. And I do not like this Salamence lead. Something I could do is go Salamence, and I would kind of be forced to Terrastalize, assuming that they're going to lead with Alolan Ninetales. The other thing, though, is it is possible, even if they lead with Ninetales, they might just go for Aurora Veil right off the bat. So that would give us a turn. But I don't think it's worth risking that. They do also have Arch, which would be a good situation for a Terra-fighting Magnezone. Kind of want to lead Arch, given that they're likely to lead with Ninetales. However, Magnezone's decent. Did I say I'm going to lead Arch? I meant lead Magnezone. I don't remember which one I said, but if Dragonite has Earthquake, that's a problem. Annihilate is a problem. But everything else, I think, is kind of okay. What about my own Arch? I could also just lead Arch, but do I bring this? I'd like to get up Rocks. I mean, their team is actually a little weak to Rocks. This is a problem. I am not really thinking this through. I'd love to bring Staraptor even without Salamence, but they do have a lot of ways to kind of counteract that too. We'll see how this battle goes. It's kind of all over the place. This was one where I don't know what the correct Pokemon to bring are, but we'll see. Their trainer card's pretty funny. And they're wearing a helmet, even though they're just standing on the ground. They lead Annihilate, predicting the Magnezone lead, which means they could go... And there's a lot of things they could go for. They might not go for the fighting type move here, but my team... I didn't think about that. My entire team is weak to fighting. That's terrible. I'm just going to Volt Switch, get some damage on them. They might just go Stealth Rock or Taunt or something. Yeah, they do just go Stealth Rock, which is going to break my Meowscarada's Focus Sash, and it's going to break my Archaludon Sturdy, so this was actually not a good... I must be rusty. I take 1 week off, and I'm making these terrible plays left and right. Either way, this is going to let us go into Meow, and I think that's what we're going to do because Annihilate is faster than Archaludon. Going into Meowscarada means I can go for the knockoff, which I think should kill them. I think Flower Trick is more likely to kill them, but knockoff means that if they switch, I can get something on the switch. I'm going to knock off, and if they live, I'm going to rage quit the battle. Okay, they stay in. We do have Protean as well, so that's going to boost the power, I think. Or maybe not. I don't know. Either way, we get the kill, unsurprisingly. And Meowscarada is faster than their team, although they themselves have Meowscarada, so that's a problem. It did have Light Ball, interesting. Fleeing Light Ball paralyzes the enemy. They're going to go... Ninetales. Not super surprising. Now, I could Taunt predicting the Veil, or I could just Flower Trick to get off some damage. I'm going to Taunt, because even if they kill me here, I can just go into Magnezone, and Magnezone has a pretty good matchup against Ninetales. Ninetales actually just doesn't have any moves that can hit Magnezone, unless they're Terra Fire, which is, I think, pretty common on Ninetales, but I'm still just going to click Flower Trick here. It's going to do some decent damage. Of course, well, they get a defense boost. Oh, wow. Okay, I was going to say... They get a defense boost from the snow, but Freeze Dry always, or Flower Trick always critical hits. Wow, we're just doing 0 damage to each other. Wow. I think I just keep spamming Flower Trick. Like, just getting damage on this Ninetales is, I think, pretty valuable. We do have to keep in mind, like, we want to survive... Okay, yeah, I was going to say we want to survive so we can taunt them again, because if Meowscarada faints, and then we go into one of our slow Pokemon, and then the taunt fails, or the taunt wears off, then they can get up Aurora Veil, which is a real problem for me, so this puts me in a decent position. They are going to kill me here. I'm assuming they have Blizzard or Moonblast? I don't know. I wonder what other moves they have, because Freeze Dry is obviously not doing that much damage. I wonder why they're not just clicking Blizzard or Moonblast, unless they don't have them, which would be kind of weird. With Stealth Rock up, Sturdy is basically gone. That's pretty rough. I think I just go Magnezone here. And I think I'm just going to go Thunderbolt just in case they are Terra Fire. But I also feel like if they were Terra Fire, they probably already would have gone for it. Actually, I have to think about how I'm choice specs. Oh, so if I go Thunderbolt and their last Pokemon's Arch, or Meow, that's bad. If I go Flash Cannon and their last Pokemon's Arch, that's bad. I'm just going to be safe and just click Thunderbolt. They do switch. They might be predicting the Steel move here. Although I don't think I lose much by going for Thunderbolt. Okay, it is this guy. So, I mean, I guess, not luckily, but Archaludon would have taken more damage from Thunderbolt anyway, so I guess this works out for me. I do also importantly have Magnet Pull. What is this? Leftovers? Ah, that's annoying. I do have Magnet Pull, although they can just Terrasilize and remove it, so never mind. But for as long as they are a Steel type, I have Magnet Pull. I am gonna Terrasilize here. I think we're at the point in the battle where I don't need to Stellar Terra Duraludon. So I'm just gonna go Terra here just because they might have Body Press. Given that we saw that they have Stamina, they might have Body Press, so they might go for Body Press here. And like I said, if they don't Terrasilize, then they're stuck here, so we can hopefully kill them. Basically, if we can kill this thing without them getting Aurora Veil up, that is great for us. And they go Flash Cannon? That's a weird one. We 4 times resist that. Now we only 2 times resist that, which is really funny, but before Terrasilizing, we 4 times resist that. Unless they expected me to Terra into something else, like go Terra Fairy or something like that. But that's possible. But like I said, unless they Terrasilize, they're stuck. Nice. Oh my god. That's great. That's great, because this was like kind of a sloppy battle. It's kind of a weird one on both of our parts. But I'll take the W there, and I think we still played it to our strengths. Like I said, like in order for them to be able to switch out the Arch, they have to Terrasilize, which takes up a turn. So we kind of have them stuck in there for several turns, and Choice Specs Magnezone hits really hard, and that's the whole reason we have Magnet Pulls for some of these powerful Steel types. Although, again, maybe I should go Terra Fire or Terra Fighting specifically for Archaludon, because otherwise we don't have any way to hit it. We'll see. Maybe Terra Fire, because then we could also hit Goldango. Actually, that's a good idea. So when I make some changes to this team, that's probably the first change I'll make. Let's go to game 3. We have a game number 3. We've got a couple of the Paldean starters on the other side. We also have a Blissey. And there's Glimmora. Glimmora is like the bane of my existence. Well, there's a lot of Pokemon that are the bane of my existence. It's just kind of tough to beat, though, because you need to kill it with special moves, and it's almost always going to get up its hazards. Oh man, that's annoying. They also have Indeedee, given that, or making Meowscarada a solid lead, but I also feel like they might counter lead me. They might expect me to lead with Meow. Although Meowscarada is really good against almost their entire team. Even against Glimmora, like it's okay against Glimmora. I wonder if I lead that, or is it too obvious? This actually also looks like a decent game for Staraptor. Staraptor's good against everything except Glimmora, and even in some cases without Salamence. Would I ever lead Salamence? If I lead Salamence and they lead Glimmora, I could Tailwind. Maybe they set up like Stealth Rock, then I Earthquake, and then they maybe kill me, which could be a problem. That is tough. We're gonna do it though. This might be a huge mistake. Oh my god. This is so aggressive, like I said. But I think all 3 of these Pokemon that I'm bringing are good against their team. Like, Salamence it's okay. Their team is decently weak to just a really strong physical attacker. Let's see what they lead. They could lead Indeedee as well. They do lead Glimmora. Okay, I think I might be faster. I think I'm faster by a few points. So either way, I'm going to go Tailwind. I mean, if they are faster, then that's good for them. They get to hit me with a strong move. Stealth Rock also sucks, though, because then we... Oh, they just go Power Gem. I'm fine with this. Well, they might kill me. They do kill me very cleanly. Yikes. Okay. If they're Focus Sash, we are in a lot of trouble. I might be the only person who runs Focus Sash Glimmora, though. Okay, everyone, we're locking in here. This might end up being... This is probably going to be a really fast battle, win or lose. The problem is we might lose. We might look very dumb here. I'm just gonna go for it here. I know they resist it, but I just kind of want to show the power of Staraptor. Oh man, this is probably the stupidest play. I mean, at the same time, like, Meowscarada doesn't really do all that much against Glimmora anyway. Maybe they'll Terra. Why would they Terra? We'll see what happens here. Oh god, this is gonna be such a stupid play on my part. Oh, is that Focus Sash? Oh, we're dead. Yikes. And we get up Toxic Spikes. That rhymed. Oh my god. Okay. We would have killed it if they didn't have Focus Sash. You know, Focus Sash on Glimmora makes a lot of sense, and pretty much all the time I've ever run Glimmora, I've run Focus Sash. But I know that a lot of people don't. Like, some people don't run it. Alright, we're probably dead here, unless we can sweep with Meowscarada, which is going to be a lot harder to do, given that they already have Toxic Spikes up. So we're going to get poisoned here, which is going to negate our Focus Sash. And of course we are going to take a little bit of damage every turn. Question is, what move do I go for? I guess... It's like, if we go Flower Trick, that's good against most of the rest of their team, but then Armarouge is a problem. If we go Knockoff, they have a couple Pokemon that resist Knockoff. Like, I know we're not truly locked into it, but of course, with the Protean boost, we want to kind of go for the one that... I guess we should have thought defensively as well. Like, which defensive typing do we want to have, I guess. That second layer, Toxic Spikes, obviously doesn't matter. I mean, if I'm lucky, maybe their last two Pokemon are Blissey and Quaquaval. I don't know. Or even, like, Indeedee would be fine, because we could probably do a lot of damage to it. Armarouge and or Meowscarada are the big problems. They do go Indeedee. I'm not sure Knockoff doesn't... I mean... Oh, of course, we cannot Terrasilize. In that case... Knockoff does more, right? Unless they Terrasilize. There we go. All right. Their last Pokemon is probably Armarouge, and we are probably dead. At least we had potentially a little bit of a reverse sweep. Almost. Please be Terra Water Quaquaval. Or please be like Terra Water Blissey or something. If it's Armarouge, we're probably going to lose. But we might not. You never know. Alright. So, of course, going for Knockoff would have been the right call, because we would have been doing more damage, I think. Oh, they go Endure, and then they're going to get a speed boost. If only I had Sucker Punch. Does it raise sharply? Oh, man, yeah. Oh, so close. So close. Oh, my God. Now I'm sure they're faster, right? All they need is like 100 base speed to be faster than me. Yeah. We'll see. Maybe I'm faster still. No, of course not. Alright. That's fine. I mean, we still lost this one, but, you know, we did what we could, once again. We played super aggro into the Glimmora. And if they didn't have Focus Sash, here's the funny thing. Here's the amazing thing, and this shows how extremely volatile these Staraptor teams are. If Glimmora did not have Focus Sash, it would have died to the Brave Bird, which once again it resists. And then their last two Pokemon absolutely die. Well, I guess at that point, well, okay, I guess given that their Armarouge has stupid Endure, then they could survive a Brave Bird then, and then. But either way, Staraptor, that really shows the true power of Staraptor. I love it. I still think this team is good. Honestly, it's probably weaker than some of the other teams I've done because, like I said, it's a little bit more all-in. But we do have the team code at the very beginning of the video. Meowscarada is very good, unsurprisingly. Magnezone's very good too, although once again, I do think Terra Fire or Fighting is probably better. Archaludon is great. You know, all these Pokemon are individually good, and there were even cases where I considered bringing Staraptor even without Salamence. But Salamence is also just a good Pokemon. Maybe I could tweak the EVs a little bit better. But overall, this is a fun team. I definitely like it, and it's very hit or miss. You'll have some games where it looks amazing, and then of course you'll also have some games where it doesn't. So I hope you enjoyed my first video back. You know, hope you enjoyed some Meowscarada action and some Staraptor action. Let me know in the comments if there are any Pokemon that you would like to see me use, any Pokemon that you are enjoying in this meta. Of course, we have one more month of this meta, and then we're going back to the restricted legendary meta. So we'll see how that goes. I'll probably do some videos for that one again, but I got to bring back all of my restricteds, like Koraidon and Fluttermane is going to be back. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and happy December.